Are you excited? How many of you thought that this day would never happen? Let me see a show of hands. How many? Oh, we are so grateful. We are very, very grateful.
A combination of support from the state through a match and an enormous effort to fundraise and some other creative but entirely legitimate finance has got us here today. And in some respects, we are a beneficiary of the downturn in the economy because the contractor, Lenny Lemoyne, has been very generous in his bid to get this building in the ground. But even during hard times, the people who supported this have come through one time after another. So we will put about, I think, 156,000 square feet on this site. We will have a whole new facility for a rapidly improving, essential part of our university, the Ourso College of Business. We will free up Patrick Taylor Hall for the College of Engineering, and we will renumber the rooms so they actually make sense to anyone with to anyone who actually understands chronology and linearity. We will actually make the room numbers work. That's going to be a remarkable change in and of itself. And we will continue the growth and continue the commitment to be a diverse, excellent, engaged university. This, Mayor Holden, is a commitment to the city to create some jobs on this site, not just in building this facility, but in the people who come out of this facility to lead the economy. And that will be true across the state. You can look across the state of Louisiana at the major enterprises and see that the captains of industry in the state have many, many, many of them have a deep connection to this campus and to this college. And we intend to continue that commitment and that connection. So it's a delight to be here. Thank you all very much for your participation, and especially on today, we should always say, go Tigers.
This is a great day, and as we look at the building right across the way, you see bricks and mortar, but we really need to pause and salute the pioneers, those who taught in that building, the students who went through the programs in that building, and those graduates of this great university that are competing not on a national level, but an international level because of the investments made in the intellect of the great people who finished this school. Baton Rouge now is reaping the benefits of this great institution. The rankings in all of the major magazines keep us in the top 10 in regards to cities across the United States. That is a tribute to this great university in LSU and all of those wonderful students. But look what else happened to those students. By you investing in their intellectual capital, they in turn brought you additional capital in order to build the building that we're celebrating today. So I will not be long, but I will tell you this. What is today all about? Today is the dawning of a new day, built upon the foundation of yesterday. Forever, LSU. Thank you and God bless you.
It is, again, my pleasure to bring up Governor Jindal, who was born here in Baton Rouge on June 10th, 1971. He graduated from Baton Rouge High School in 1988 and went on to attend Brown University, where he graduated with honors in biology and public policy. Following his graduation from Brown, he attended Oxford University in England as a Rhodes Scholar, having turned down admissions to medical and law school at both Harvard and Yale. In 1994, Jindal went to work for McKinsey & Company as a consultant for Fortune 500 companies before entering public service. In 1996, he was appointed Secretary of the Louisiana Department of Health and Hospitals. He was elected governor of Louisiana on October 20th, 2007, with 54% of the vote in the primary, winning 60 of 64 parishes. Please help me welcome Governor Jindal.
Thank you all very, very much. What a great day for Baton Rouge, for LSU, for our entire state. I'm going to date myself to the students for just a minute. You know, I said this when we announced our commitment last year of the state portion of the funding for this project. But I've got a lot of memories with the old SEBA building, with the old Pat Taylor building. Indeed, my first memories was when my mom was a student here, working on her degrees, her graduate degrees at LSU. I was a young child, and I used to actually play with the punch cards they used for the mainframe computers back then. Now, the students may look up in their history books what a mainframe computer and punch cards are. Years later, I would actually spend a lot of time in these classrooms and these parking lots waiting for my wife as she studied as a graduate student here. I myself would later teach as a faculty member here as well. So I've spent a lot of time in this building. The most exciting news I've heard today is the fact they're finally going to renumber the classrooms so you can find them. But you know, today is an important milestone not only for the business education community, but also for our entire state. Certainly, we're here to mark the official groundbreaking of a state-of-the-art business education complex that's going to rival the finest in the country and is going to help our flagship university attract and keep the best and brightest students in the nation. And make no mistake about it, when we talk about the flagship agenda, it's not just about competing in the South, it's about competing across the entire country and indeed the entire world. And you've already heard this is exactly right. Higher education plays a critical role in our state's economic development and the overall success of our people. The number one priority we hear from businesses is they need a well-educated workforce, not just to fill vacant jobs today, but to grow and expand right here in Louisiana. It's important for our students, but it's also important for our state that we make sure that our colleges and universities, our top quality institutions, demand success in academics. You know, one of the things I've said across this state, and I mean it, and I'll continue to say it until we get it done, we would never accept the second worst football program, or baseball program, or athletic program. You know it, and I know it. If that were to happen, we would insist on firing the coach, reconstituting the program, and starting over. We cannot accept the second lowest graduation rates in our classrooms and our research labs. Just as we demand excellence on the athletic fields, we're also going to demand excellence in our classrooms and academics. I'm excited that back in November, the state was able to make good on our commitment of up to $30 million in capital outlay funds. Now, I know we've got a number of members from the Baton Rouge legislative delegation that are here with us today. I know Steve Carter and Franklin Foyle, but I know there are many other representatives and senators that are here today. And let me thank them, because every year there are more capital outlay demands than there are dollars. The state has about $300 million we can spend on capital outlay. We inherited a backlog of over $1 billion. And so literally for 2 years, our state hasn't been working on new projects. Yet despite this backlog, despite these constraints, we have made this commitment to make this project a priority. And I'd ask you to give your Baton Rouge delegation and these other legislators a round of applause for making this project a priority. We made this historic investment because it's a tremendous step to strengthen the future of our flagship university. We take another step forward to making these buildings a reality. I'm excited that we'll soon see students taking advantage of this opportunity when these buildings are completed. They say December of 2011. I don't know, if we keep having such great weather, maybe they can get it done a little quicker than that. No pressure. These new facilities represent a strong and important partnership between the state and Louisiana's business community. And let me just close by emphasizing a couple of things that make this project so unique. This is a mutual commitment. Every state dollar is being matched by our private dollar. And there are many, many very generous donors. I can't mention them all. I'll say the first private gift, $1.5 million by J.P. Morgan Chase in 1998. And ever since then, LSU has gotten tremendous support, including donations from over 210 alumni. There's a sign back there thanking the alumni for their support. That's absolutely right. And let's give a round of applause for the alumni that have been a very, very strong reason why we're here today. The alumni, this shows our LSU alumni are proud of their school. They're proud to see their contributions make a huge impact on the future of this university and this state. But it's not just our in-state alumni. We've received support from out-of-state friends, corporate gifts. The largest contribution to date comes $3 million from the Roy O. Martin Lumber Company. I want to thank the Martins sitting back here. This project really is a partnership. It is the best of what we talk about, partnering between the private and the public sector. Demonstrates our vision of producing first-class entrepreneurs. The next Bill Boren may be going to school right now, right here at LSU, may be on that verge of creating the next great Louisiana-based company. In conclusion, this groundbreaking marks an important commitment to further developing LSU into a highly competitive institution that competes with the best universities in the world. I look forward, and I again encourage students to take advantage of these facilities. Together, we're making Louisiana the best place in the world to raise a family, pursue a rewarding career, and get a great education. I want to close, as the Chancellor said, absolutely go Tigers. We are so proud our baseball Tigers won the national championship last year. We know they're going to repeat. We know our Lady Tigers are doing amazing things in basketball. We know the football program is getting ready to have a great season. But just as importantly, we know the work going on in these classrooms. Even as we're winning world championships in sports, we're going to be setting national benchmarks in our classrooms and our research laboratories, thanks to the great faculty and the great students that are here today. So go Tigers, and congratulations on a great day.